from one liberal enclave to the next. New York City. Say it with us now. No justice, no pizza. No justice, no pizza. Italian Americans are big arrabbiato at Mayor Mamdani today, who unveiled a map of the city's immigrant enclaves that spotlights, a few dozen communities, but leaves out Little Italy.
It's like he went out of his way to snub the very people that built New York City, from the subway system to the skyscrapers. But he did conveniently highlight areas like Little Palestine, Little Pakistan, and Little Haiti. Notably, the Irish are left off too. Little Israel? No way that made the cut.
Don't call this erasure a conspiracy theory, because Mamdani has long had bad blood with the Italians. Who can forget his 2020 post that's still up today, flipping off a statue of Christopher Columbus, captioned, "Take it down. We didn't forget about it." Joining us now, Fox Business senior correspondent Charlie Gasparino and comedian and Fox News contributor Tom Shillue. Charlie Gasparino, well, one, Little Palestine is in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Who knew? But how do you leave Little Italy off the map when the Italians dug the subway system and dozens of them died?
I know. My grandfather, my great-grandfather, my father was an iron worker as well. So he built many of the edifices that you see in the city right now. I mean, listen, we could talk all day. Why does Zohran Mamdani really hate Italians, or is this part of some bigger movement, which I believe it is? This is about cultural Marxism. And, you know, one of the aspects of cultural Marxism is to create an oppressor-oppressed dynamic. To do that, you really do have to ethnic cleanse history in many ways. And what I mean by ethnic cleanse, you have to sort of downgrade the contributions of white ethnic people. And those would be the Irish, the Italians, the Jews, who, you know, helped build this city. I wouldn't say help, they were instrumental in building the city. And, you know, in that framework of cultural Marxism, which, by the way, is a theory that is taken over universities, the media, aside from us, but much of our cultural institutions, even the military, before Pete Hegseth got in there and started, DEI in the place. This is pervasive among elites, and it really believes that people like me, who grew up working class. I mean, you know, listen, there was parts of my life when my dad wasn't working, we were poor, but we're somehow oppressed. We oppressed some rich South American who came here, and that person should get DEI benefits and we shouldn't. And you know, it really is a sick, perverted way of looking at the world. Donald Trump, one of his great achievements in office, I believe, has been getting rid of this stuff to sort of normalize our cultural institution, including what's going on at the Smithsonian. But I do know, if my mother was alive today, this is what she would tell Zohran Mamdani.
No words needed there. Tom, looking at this map, there's a couple other ones on here that are interesting. There's a little Guyana in Queens and in the Bronx. So there's two of those. There's a little Yemen on this map. There is a little Africa in the Bronx and a little Africa in Staten Island. You know, Tom, I guess maybe this is missing the point, but the one thing Zohran Mamdani never does is talk about big, beautiful America. He can't stand the idea of people coming together. He's always wanting to chop them up into little pieces, Tom. What do you think?
Yes, and we have these different enclaves, and, you know, Little Italy, I have a bone to pick with Little Italy itself. It's being invaded. Have you been down to Little Italy? It's really little now. It's like 2 streets. It's Chinatown, okay? Yeah. The Chinese have moved in on the Italians.
it's not Chinatown, it's Yuppie Town, or it's
Yeah.
it is gentrified like you wouldn't believe it. The Chinese aren't even in there anymore.
Go ahead,
So
Tom.
remember that. And by the way,
Yeah.
Bay Ridge.
Yeah.
Bay
Go ahead,
Ridge
Tom.
is
Let
because
Tom
Little
finish.
Africa. That's very Italian too.
Oh, yeah.
Still.
I know, and they have. It looks like they have all these different little countries in Africa, and then they have Little Africa. It's like, what are you doing? So we've got far too many of these. I don't know if people are going to use this map of places to visit or neighborhoods to avoid. But if you do want a Little Italy, we do have one up in the Bronx. It's called Arthur Avenue, right? And we also have a Little Ireland, which is called McLean Avenue. And so we have our enclaves up in Bronx and Westchester County as well.
John, I did a lot of drinking on McLean Avenue when I was a kid, so I knew a lot of those Irish guys. But I will say this about Staten Island. Staten Island could be Little Italy right now. I mean, that's the most absurd thing of this. Have you seen the Italian population in Staten Island?
Yes,
It's enormous.
That's true.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's
he
fantastic.
highlights, I don't know, what did he highlight there? Little Africa? You know,
Yeah.
it's big.
Two of them.
The rest of it, Italian.
We got to jump because Charlie will start talking about Arthur Avenue, and he can walk you storefront by storefront by storefront. And tell you,
Ario's is the best, is one of the best restaurants there. Rigoletto's is very
See,
good.
he's already doing it.
Yes.
now,
No, he's
Charlie,
right. He's
Deli,
right.
Go to Mike's Deli in the mall. Very good.
Okay, Charlie, Tom, great stuff. We got to connect you with Mamdani so he can get educated. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
here's to the hand gestures, too. I can do an evil eye. I'll do it over here toward Mamdani. I'm not directing it at the camera. It's directed at you know who.